Well, Trump derangement syndrome, it's back.
Oh, God, Senator, are you okay?
I'm all right. Just a Jersey boy falling for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, get out and vote for Harris Walls.
And if it's not politicians pretending that they're cool or that they care about you, of course it's celebrities.
It's all about protecting a woman's right to choose. It's about lowering taxes for the middle class.
Being unburdened by what has been.
What? Excuse me?
White dudes for Kamala.
Yes, yes.
All right, so what is Kamala's economic plan?
I'm supposed to state policy? Are you out of your mind?
Did you sense something wrong with Joe Biden on that night?
No, not at all. We're not reporting properly. Leave the man alone. He's already out. And respect what he's done for our country, period.
Well, fashion icon Derek Zoolander, he's giddy for Harris, too.
Quick question, why you came and what you like about Harris' platform?
Just very excited about moving forward and all the energy and excitement that's around this movement right now. So that's why I'm here, because it's time for change, and it seems like it's happening.
Do you think she'll be able to sustain the momentum post-convention?
For sure.
You think the race is going to be close?
It's going to be close, but everybody's motivated to work and make it happen. So, and she and Tim Walz are just incredible candidates.
A lot of infections there. But have you or a loved one been diagnosed with TDS? Don't worry. RFK and his former running mate, Nicole Shanahan, they've found a cure.
Are you or your loved ones suffering from illnesses such as TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome? Do you dismiss or deny the current issues facing our country, such as historic inflation, illegal immigration, corporate corruption, World War III escalations, and the chronic disease epidemic? Are you willing to elect someone who was the least popular vice president in modern history, and who offers no policy or vision for America simply because your brain keeps telling you anyone but Trump? Independence may not be for everyone. If you enjoy being lied to about your president's cognitive abilities, support Orwellian totalitarianism, or are excited about communist fiscal policy, independence may not be right for you.
The whole thing is really good. Sounds just like one of those commercials. Actress and founder of the patriotic anti-censorship apparel line, Ultra Free, Drea de Matteo joins us now. Drea, thanks for being here. Drea, what do you make of, does the celebrity endorsement mean what it did in the past when you have a celebrity on the ballot himself, surrounded by a Kennedy and others? I mean, how much does that stuff matter?
I mean, I am so confused by all of it. I mean, I am the token Fox liberal. I come on and talk sense about all of these things. I obviously I'm an actor, but I'm trying to figure out which actors are actually getting paid to push this narrative right now, because any true liberal is anti-war, anti-censorship, pro-health. They would be anti-mandate. That's totalitarian. That was authoritarian. And that was on the left. I mean, I know that there's a lot of, deep-rooted corruption, and sometimes they capture each party. Right now, that capture is on the left. And I don't understand how all of these actors and so-called peace lovers are pushing something that is tyrannical at the moment. So does it matter? No.
Well, you mentioned getting paid. What is it about then? Are they getting paid, or are they just following the herd because that makes it easy in their profession? You sticking out this way doesn't make it easy for you to get your next gig.
I'll never have another gig. At the very moment, all I care about is fighting for this country and just trying to wake up a few more of my fellow liberals to get back to the center of things and recognize that the things they always fought for, all of that weaponization on the left is camouflage. They're fighting for social issues that really don't matter when you look at the big picture of what's really happening behind the scenes. The social issues are irrelevant right now. Honestly, this country's falling to pieces, and the rest of the world will follow it.
You made a really strong case. Drea, are you supporting Donald Trump? Were you supporting RFK and now you are supporting Donald Trump? Where does that put you on this election?
I support Kennedy all the way, and if that means, I'm happy that there's unity right now. I think that, you know, what's happening on the left, if anybody can really examine that, unity is a four-letter word right now, and so is freedom. And it's not on the right side of things right now. I don't think Trump is a lifelong politician, and neither was Kennedy. And I think that's the change we need. You have Ben Stiller talking about change. The change has been happening for 4 years. What is he going to change? I mean, we're here. We do need a change. And these two men are older men who really don't feel like doing this, I don't believe. And they, you know, they're not playing politics here, which is why so many people are angry. You know, they camouflage everything on the left with all this fake love, but behind that, it's not love.
It's refreshing to hear someone who's with your background speak such truth unequivocally and know how to put a sentence together, unlike everybody else who tried to talk to Johnny. Great stuff. Drea, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. More Primetime coming up next.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.